My golden child sister gave me a card congratulating me on becoming her surrogate. Now my parents are telling me for family, you take risks when I told them that I can't because of heart disease. I moved back home last month after 6 years away. The only reason was my grandpa's declining health. Within 48 hours of unpacking, my sister Mary started texting me daily. Miss you sis, with heart emojis. My mom kept calling wanting to grab coffee at this specific cafe near the fertility clinic, though I didn't notice that detail until later. I thought maybe 6 years and therapy had changed them. My husband Greg warned me not to get my hopes up, but I wanted to believe people could grow. Then came the family dinner invitation. Just the 5 of us, my mom said, like old times. Except old times meant Mary getting raised while I got reminded I was born premature and cost them a fortune. We showed up last Saturday. The table was set with the fancy china they only used for Mary's achievements. There was even a centerpiece with pink and blue balloons. Halfway through the meal, Mary pulled out this cream-colored envelope with my name written in gold calligraphy. The same calligraphy from her wedding invitations that I wasn't asked to be in the bridal party for. I have something special for you, she said, sliding it across the table. Everyone stopped eating. My parents were smiling. My dad had his phone out ready to record. I opened it. Inside was a printout from New Hope Fertility Center dated 3 days ago. Congratulations, Jennifer, on being selected as gestational carrier for Mary Thompson. Your first appointment is scheduled for November 18th at 9 a.m. Please arrive fasted for blood work. There were 6 more scheduled appointments listed. They planned out my entire next 10 months. I couldn't speak. My husband grabbed my hand so hard under the table I thought he'd break my fingers. I can't do this, I finally said. Mary's rehearsed smile faded. What do you mean you can't? My cardiologist told me after Jamie was born that another pregnancy would likely kill me. I have dilated cardiomyopathy. My ejection fraction is 38%. Normal is 55 to 70%. My sister waved her hand dismissively. But you already had 1 baby, so clearly you can handle it. I almost didn't survive, Jamie, I said. I was in the ICU for 8 days. I coded twice on the operating table. My dad cut in. Your sister has been trying for 3 years. 3 years, Jennifer. She's done 6 rounds of IVF. Do you know what that costs? What that does to a woman emotionally? I pulled out my phone and opened my medical records. Showed them the discharge summary from March 2022. The section highlighted in yellow. Patient is strongly advised that future pregnancies are contraindicated due to severe cardiac compromise. Maternal mortality risk exceeds 60% in subsequent pregnancy. My mom barely glanced at it. Doctors always exaggerate to cover themselves legally. They told us you wouldn't survive past age 5 with your heart condition, and look at you now. That was different. I had surgery. This is permanent damage from Jamie's pregnancy. Mary stood up, tears streaming down her face. Real tears too, which surprised me. So you'll help complete strangers through IVF, but not your own blood? I stared at her. What are you talking about? I've never been a surrogate for anyone. Don't lie. Mom saw your Facebook post about helping families. I shared an article about surrogacy last year. I shared an article. I didn't volunteer. My dad's voice got low and dangerous. We paid your medical bills for 18 years. 18 years of surgeries, medications, hospital stays. You owe this family. Something inside me snapped. Grandma and Grandpa paid those bills. Every single one. You refused to cover anything beyond basic insurance. That's not. I have the receipts. Grandma kept every check she wrote. $247,000 total. The table went silent. My mom recovered first. Family helps family. That's what the money was for. So you could survive and help your sister when she needed you. They paid for me to live, I said quietly. Not to die for Mary's baby. My sister slammed her hands on the table. I knew you'd be selfish about this. I told them you would be. How long have you been planning this? I asked. No one answered. How long have you known I moved back? My voice was shaking now. My mom looked away. Mary found out about her infertility 4 months ago. I moved back 4 weeks ago. You reached out 3 weeks ago after 6 years of nothing. Greg stood up and pulled out his wallet. Put $40 on the table for our untouched meals. My dad pointed at me. If you walk out that door, don't bother coming back. For family, you take risks. My mom added. Her voice was ice cold. That's what real daughters do. I looked at Mary. At her perfect face that looked just like mom's. At the sister who used to lock me in closets when I had panic attacks. Who told kids at school my heart condition was contagious. I'm not your backup uterus, I said. We left. My dad shouted something about me being dead to them, but I didn't turn around. My phone has 47 missed calls since Saturday. My aunt texted that Mary's been posting on Facebook about selfish family members who fake medical conditions. My grandma called this morning. She's taking me out of the will if I don't reconsider. Not my grandpa though. He told me yesterday that surviving is not the same as living, and I shouldn't do either for people who only love me when I'm useful.